Greetings, boils and ghouls, goblins and ghosts. You're tuning into Too Ghoul for School, the podcast, a death-style podcast for the morbidly inclined. Class is in session. I'm your ghoulish hostess, Jocelyn Wen, aka Glamour Ghoul Beauty School. I'm an actress, I have my BA in psychology, and I'm a purveyor of all things dark and spooky. For this week's episode, it's a little unorthodox to do a makeup tutorial for a more podcast medium, but I'm going to try my hand at it. I will tell you the steps I like to use to do a quick living dead girl look, because you're dead on the inside and you hope to look so on the outside. So first things first, my skin is pretty much bare. I'm going to prime it using a moisturizer, and this one by CerVe has seemed to do the trick. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm also going to kind of prime my eyes for eyeshadow. So to prime my eyes, I like to use the Inkey list. It's the Polyglutamic acid. I keep my stuff real clean. I will try to link these in the bio. I will link them in the bio. Kind of spread it everywhere, but really want to get the eyes and eyelids nice and good, primed and prepped. I kind of like to do my eyeshadow first and then do concealer, foundation, and all that. So we're going to start with the eyes. What you're going to want is kind of I want to say like a brown, but more in the cool browns. Like it's almost of an earthy, like taupe color. I'm using NYX or NYX Epic Smoke Liner in Nude Haze. Going to quickly line along my lash line and bring it out a little bit to like a wing. Okay, so you pull it out like right about there. Give myself like 1/2 inch away from my inner corner. And then I'm going to take this wing right here and kind of curve it back in and stop again right on that point, that 1/2 inch I gave from my inner eye corner. It's kind of like a sickle. Yeah, like a sickle. Then I'm going to just fill that little bad boy in. We're filled in on that side. I'm going to quickly do the other. So this is pretty much what you end up with. Next up with the eyeshadow, I am going to do the under eye first. And I'm going to take the Lamora Matte Nudes and do the color Class look. It's kind of, again, a brown taupey color. Doesn't have a brush number or anything. It's just like a thicker angled brush. It does angle a bit. It's a little hard to see, but it does. I like to use kind of these like blendy makeup brushes. It's called Farrah Blender Brush 25E. And I'm just going to kind of go over the eyeliner I just did. Don't mind me, I use my fingers to fix things. If your hands are clean, it's totally cool. And I'm actually taking it a little bit outside what you saw for the eyeliner. Okay, I'm not loving the shape yet, but that's okay. It's a part of the process. You're probably going to fix it with concealer in a bit. So again, taking Classic and just gonna do my upper lid. And it's really easy to look like a panda. Sometimes I do. I just kind of go with it. Undead panda. Yeah, I just kind of like to make it very circular, very round. And yeah, this look is very Tim Burton, which I am not against. Living Dead Ghoul. I'm going to kind of take it out to like a little bit of a point on the corner. I do like to try to like pack it on a bit. You can see what I'm doing. Oh my god, it looks terrible right now. So just packing that on. Pack it, pack it, pack it. And pretty much anything you do can be fixed with concealer. And that, again, is why I've started doing concealer second. Okay, so that's eye number 1. Time for eye number 2. Back it up, back it in. Let me begin. Okay, so we're getting there. We're looking a little more dead, which is what we want. Just want to be ghoulish. So yeah, just pack your panda makeup on, your spooky panda look. I'm going to take the same brush and go kind of round out what I did on the bottom. To kind of blend this out and everything, I am going to go in with that Farrah 25E blender brush. I do try to connect the two, just to kind of, I don't know, whatever. Just so I don't look super panda. I mean, it does, but if you bring it out a bit, oh my god, this looks not my favorite. But again, we can fix it. Trust the process, as they say. How I avoid looking purely like a trash panda is by not going like all the way in. Like I said, I leave like a good like ½ inch from my inner eye corner. But as you can see, I kind of like bring it up a little. Okay, good genug, as they say in German, good enough. So I'm bringing this down just because, I mean, I want to look a little bit more dead. Yeah, I want to blend it out a bit. I don't want it to look like perfect, like, yeah, I like it to look a little smudgy. I don't want it to look perfectly like you can see the line. I'm not doing a cut crease. So, you know you've done this look right when your friends, coworkers, loved ones are like, you look really tired. And to that you say, thank you. I am tired of this mortal coil. Second part of eyeshadow is kind of doing a once over with a champagne-y color. I like to use a shimmer. It kind of just helps everything blend easier. I'm using Nyx again, Chandelier Luster. It's kind of a darker champagne, I guess. Again, I just kind of pack it on and just do a light brushing over the darker color we've just done, just to kind of, you know, tame it down and also blend it out a bit. So that's how that side looks compared to this side. Now that you've tamed it down with that kind of champagne shimmer color, if you're anything like me, you might be like, oh my god, I kind of liked how dark it was before. So go ahead and go take your classic taupey color and just do a once over again. Alright, so we're a little bit closer to looking like Trash Panda. But again, not the worst thing and not unfixable. So you might deliberate about whether or not you're going to add eyeliner. I could totally get away without doing it, but I think I want it. So we're gonna just throw it in there and also to show you the complete look. I've started using this stamp for the wings, and I can freehand it totally fine, but this is so much faster. Okay, it comes with two, one for the right wing and one for the left wing, and yeah, I just stamp it on there. Don't stamp too hard. When you do that, it's gonna make it thicker than you want. It's gonna slide a little and not be as defined as you would like for your eyeliner. The impulse is to put it right up close to your lash line. I did that at first. It worked, but I've found I've had better winged looks. If I bring it out about a ½ inch from where I'm going to connect the wing to my lash line, it just looks better and goes a little more smoothly for myself. We're just gonna take it out half, I guess it's, yeah, like a ½ inch. And it just gives you somewhere to go with that. And I'm gonna do the other side. Since I'm fresh off of doing that side, hopefully I'll be able to mimic it a little better. And it also gives this side time to dry. Cool. Now The stamp wings also come with a pointed felt pen if you want to use that. Before getting that, I used to freehand it with my NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. So since I already have it and I've had a lot of success with drawing wings with it, that's what I'm going to use to connect the little wing stamps. So I like to kind of start pretty much where my pupil would be, like halfway at my top lid, and just bring it out and connect it with that wing stamp. I'm going to connect the wing on the underside as well, on the very outer corner. Okay. Not too mad at it. I think I might extend the point just a tad. Just a tad, because that's more me. That's more my look. A little more glam, a little more vintage. Okay. So yeah, just elongated it a smidge on that side. Gonna do the other side. And there you have it. Looking a little bit closer to our Undead Ghoul look. At this point, I'm often like, should I do my mascara or should I do my brows? Eyeliner's still pretty wet, so I like to do my eyebrows next. I'm going to take the Suavecita Eyebrow Pomade Pencil in black. It's been kind of hard for me to find black eyebrow pencils, but this is what it looks like. Has two sides. Got the little brush, which I'm going to use to just brush out my eyebrows really quick. And then it has the retractable eyeliner part. I'm going to start with the arch and then work my way into the inner parts. My eyebrows tend to stop a little shorter than what I feel like frames my face best. So here we go. You can shape them to your liking. I used to try to do a super arch, which is cool, very Vampira. Now I'm kind of trying to do almost like straight and then just a little bit of like a little stiletto, I guess. I don't know what to call this, but yeah, mostly straight and a little bit, because that's just naturally how my eyebrow goes. I'm actually taking like the whole flat edge and going along here. You can turn it so that it's like this and you're kind of working with more of like a thinner pencil if you want. I kind of do that as I get closer to the inside. All right, and we're just gonna do the left now. I know the saying is that they're sisters, not twins, eyebrows, but I still like to be like fraternal twins if possible. I dropped my eyeliner. Eyebrows. Okay, it's still good. And same thing, like as your eyeshadow, you can kind of reshape them a bit with concealer. All right, eyebrows are done. We're going to move on to the lashes really quick if I can find my lash curlers. This is also part of the process for me, is being like, where's that thing I need right now? I did see a tutorial where you actually want to hold it on for a good 30 seconds and just kind of like hold it there, pulse it a bit, and then it just like creates so much more of a lift. And again, pulsing, especially in that last 10 seconds. Okay, so I really like using Lash Paradise. I believe this is L'Oreal. It works pretty well, and I forget if this one actually has conditioning components, but if you're looking for something with a lot of lift and conditions your lashes, Revolution has Lift and Define 5D Lash, Extra Dimension Mascara. I kind of alternate between these two. So just gonna go ahead and do this real quick before the lashes fall. Okay, acceptable. I mean, I don't wake up looking that dead. I don't wake up like this, so it does take some time. And now we can finally move on to cover up foundation concealer. And like I was saying earlier, you can kind of shape your panda circles, undead panda, trash panda circles. Gonna have to take some eyeshadow because I think, again, the lack of precision on this is my only issue. So that is where I might take this, spray just a bit just to... Because we messed up, or I messed up this little bit right here, with that unprecise beauty blender. Again, this one, I would say more of a teardrop shape one for the eyes. Learn from my mistakes. So I'm just going to go in and bring it out again. Right here. Not a biggie. Set you back a couple seconds, but it's okay. And yeah, sometimes I'll just use my fingers to kind of, again, you don't want it like, I kind of like to swoop it up a little bit. It just opens your eye up a little bit more, just to give you that extra little pop for that undead look. I do like to use kind of, again, a true champagne for my inner corner and my brow bone. This is a Thrive Causemetics Brilliant Eye Brightener in Stella. I'm just going to do the corners like so. I don't like to bring it out too much into it because then it, I don't know, for my eyes it doesn't look balanced, but you can do what you want. See, it just kind of adds that little bit of pop there. And then I'm going to do my brow bone, just a smidge. Might take my ring finger and kind of blend that a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. All right, we are getting there. So you're almost done looking pretty undead. I'm going to do a slight bit of kind of contouring. I like to use kind of an angled contour brush or shadow brush. This one's a little bit more of a rounded one. You can use a straight one as well. I basically have like put together my own Lunatick Cosmetics magnetic palette. You can buy individual colors, which is what I did. To start with, we are going to use this very cool brown, super cool. I like to mix it with this kind of plum eyeshadow that I have. My friend Tawny discovered that, and she was like, you know, using a purple eyeshadow as contour is pretty clutch. So Tawny used purple eyeshadow as contour, so I'm going to use purple eyeshadow as contour. So I like to dip or, brush it into the purple first and then use that more brown color. I'm just going to do just the very edges of the cheekbones. You actually don't want to bring it that far down, just like the outer edge. Yeah, don't bring it too far in. Like, it kind of stops right where you're, as Pinup Palmer, I recently watched her tutorial, her Maryland tutorial, and it's excellent. Highly recommend it. So for contour, you only want to bring it to like right here. Like, don't go all the way in. You just kind of add a few little strokes on my temples, just to kind of give my forehead some depth. Before I blend it out, I feel like I look like Beetlejuice. And you kind of do, because it's like the purple bruisey thing going on. But, you know, I just take like a lighter brush and kind of blend it out. I just take this like foofier, lighter brush and just kind of, blend it out. Alright, so now we are going to do the nose. Depending on the shape of your nose, you're going to contour a little bit differently. I do have a little bit of a bulby nose, so I like to minimize it, but to each his own, you don't have to. That eyeshadow brush that I used earlier for my under eyes to start, that angled fluffy one, I'm going to go in and use on my nose. I'm going to try Latte. So, I can't speak for all nose shapes, but for a more bulbous nose with a little bit of a bump like mine, you're going to, of course, take in that bump using the darker color to kind of snatch it up. I'll show you how I do that, but another thing that helps the more bulby part of like the tip of your nose is coming back in an L shape. Basically, the whole thing is going to look like an L, and it does help to kind of give it more of a dimension again. And so I'm going to bring it down this way to kind of make that L shape. So it's literally like an L. I like taking one of these kind of blending brushes for my nose contour. And again, with a trick that I saw Pinup Palmer do. So I'm going to take a light color to contour it back down. You can use like a really light eyeshadow color. Okay, well this one's called Slate. It's on Arbonne's eyeshadow palette. It's all in the Eyes Volume 2. So I'm going to try using that to kind of highlight anything that I want to bring forward on my nose. And honestly, I often use just my concealer or foundation and do this, but this is a little bit more precise using a powder. And then yeah, you want to take it and go down the middle and a little bump right here. A bump on the nose. Not that kind of bump. I like to put a little bit of the white, the lighter powder right here. Insert joke here. White lines going through my mind. I think I did actually inhale that a little bit. Oops. So that'll help blend everything. Alright. So now we're going to do some powder to set everything. You can bake if you want. I'm feeling lazy again, so I kind of just don't feel like it. But if you want to see how to do it, look at Pinup Palmer. This is Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie. So we're pretty much done. My go-to lip color and lip look, just super easy and looks naturally ghoulish, if that's the thing. I use Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Gone Greige. Probably Greige. Color Stay. I'll put it in there. It's just like a gray mauve. I really like it. And low-key, I mean, makeup is a practice. Been doing makeup for years, and I'm always evolving, always learning new tricks and stuff. So learning how to line my lips has been a long process, but yeah, I kind of have learned that you really want to avoid the corners as much as possible, the outer corners right here, and a lot of people overline their lips. That's how you get that pouty look, unless, you know, you just have really naturally full lips. This isn't bad. I'm not mad at it, but I like a little bit more of that, you know, Glamour Ghoul look, kind of like an undead Angelina Jolie. So I'm gonna actually, like, this is just my lip shape. I'm gonna actually show you the overlining process. I am going to come down quite a bit, so you'll see how that looks. So yeah, it's interesting because it goes along my lip line pretty closely on the outside edge, but as I get lower down, I definitely have like a good half an inch there. I like to go big or go home. So again, pretty much going along the line until I get to the little bowl part. Okay, like So I'm going to fill that in. I've learned there's no shame in overlining. I'm going to overline my top lip now. So again, using the corner as kind of the starting point, but you're not like trying to add any color on the corner as much as possible. Avoid that. And then you kind of bring it along the lip line until you get to that Cupid's bow you want to extend past. So lining along my lip and then Cupid's bow, I'm going. You almost even want to like just kind of, it feels like you might be doing a straight line over your Cupid's bow, but really it does still give that accent on the bow part. Like it'll naturally just kind of, it feels like you're going straight along it, but really it's like these little tricks that you kind of learn. Like it feels like you're going straight across, but you're actually gonna get that heart shape. A lot of it's trust. Pretty much done at this point. I might take like a tissue to blot my lip. I am also going to do a setting spray. So I like to use NYX Matte Finish, 16-hour wear. Okay, so shake it up. Just a little spray. Okay, maybe more than a little. Now, because I'm lazy, I don't always do this, but if you want to look extra spooky, adding some white eyeliner in your waterline is a nice touch. I'll do it for your benefit. It makes your eyes look bigger. Just gives you a little bit more of that like petrified ghoul look. All right, and there you have it. A reasonably quick Living Dead ghoul look. It takes time to look this dead. If you have any tips for your favorite Undead Ghoul makeup products, leave them in the comments. Thanks for sitting for a spell. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the other side. Stay spooky, you boils and ghouls, goblins and ghosts. Till next time. I also want to blend it out a bit. Ooh, sorry. Gonna quickly line and do. Sorry if this is chaotic. It's chaotic for me too. I did classic on my under eyes. And I will try to. Oops. Oh. I'm more prone to pinching my left eye, so I literally was like, this is really scary part for me. Like, isn't that the worst? Ugh. Ow, fuck. That really hurt. I got it nice and in there. Oh my god. Rarely does it hurt to take it off. It's usually you accidentally nick yourself or like pinch yourself. If it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right.